book haul time. Look at this henna. It is still on my thing. Hi everyone, Miranda here. Hope you're all doing well. The question behind this henna, I went to this Holy Tribe Colour Festival. You probably saw in my vlogs that are coming, and they threw colour at me and we did henna and I had tattoos randomly. It was awesome. It was a really cool multicultural festival. I've never been to one before and I liked it. Today my book haul is called the Splotch book haul, and I can say that with my list. The books that I got were kind of scattered over the last 3 months, and the Splotch.
You can hear the dogs barking in the background.
Amanda Hocking's Freak Show. This is an advanced reader's copy by Pam Macmillan. I read the Chill trilogy, the Switched trilogy by Amanda Hocking, and it was brilliant back in the day. I remember when I first got Switched, and it was in a really little book, and then yeah, reading the Chill trilogy, it was so underrated because it was just such an interesting concept. I loved it. So getting Freaks and now going back into the Amanda Hocking world, I'm very excited. So this book takes place in the spring of 1982. The carnival comes to a small town in Louisiana. Then events take a dangerous turn. For Mara, the carnival is home. It's also a place of secrets, hidden powers, and a buried past, making it hard to connect with outsiders. However, sparks fly when she meets a local boy, and then they become inseparable. Mara realizes he's hiding his own secrets, and his family legacy could destroy Mara's world. They find the word freaks sprayed on trailers as carnival employees start disappearing. Workers wind up dead, killed in disturbing ways by someone or something. Mara is determined to unlock the mystery with his help, but can they really help this campaign of fear? This reminds me of Freak Show so much, like American Horror Story Freak Show. And I'm like, oh my god, like even this, like the actual cover of how it looks like is just like American Horror Story Freak Show. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be like American Horror Story Freak Show, but I don't know yet. Book I got by the lovely Bloomsbury, thank you so much. And it's this book. It's We Come Apart, and it reminds me so much of Eleanor and Park, this front cover, for some weird reason. So Niku is not just as type. He's all big eyes, ill-fitting clothes, eager as a puppy even when they're picking up litter in the park for community service. Appearances matter to Jess. She has a lot to hide. So Niku shouldn't even be looking at Jess. His parents are planning his marriage to a girl he's never met back home in Romania. But he wants to work hard to better stay here. As they grow closer, their secrets surface. It's Niku. I hope it's Niku. Have this with each other. So this looks really brilliant. And look at the way, like, apparently like every chapter looks like a poem, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I don't think it is. The second book in Truth Witch Win Witch. I mentioned Truth Witch, I think, in my Feb wrap, and I gave like a little split on what I thought about it. And I think it was the time that I was reading Truth Witch, I couldn't 100% get into the book. And I really hate myself for that because, you know, I like to give books a go and see how they go, but I wasn't 100% getting into Truth Witch. It was just a bit too high fantasy for me sometimes in certain parts, and too many things going on, and I just think it was a time frame. Win Witch, I'll give it a go down the track. I don't think I'll be starting it ASAP. Adventure Ends is the next book I received. Of the lovely Pam Macmillan Australia. And it was a hardcover book, so I got so excited. Look at it, look at it, look at it. The front cover, if you take away the hardcover, look at this. It glows. So Sona isn't expecting to fall in with a group of friends when she moves from New York to Florida, especially not a group of friends so intense, so laden with private tragedies and secret codes, and also consuming. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Jill becomes the closest to Vera, a social media star who lights up in her room, and Gabby, Vera's twin sister and the most serious person. When a beloved painting by the twins' late mother goes missing, she takes on the responsibility of tracking it down. A journey that crosses state lines and pulls her even deeper into the twins' lives. I was a cheeky little girl and went to cheeky little Target, and I got A Dog's Purpose. I really cannot wait to see this movie, even after all the backlash that did happen, just because of past lives, and it has dogs in it and animals in it. Heartwarming, insightful, often laugh out loud funny. A Dog's Purpose is not only the emotional story of a dog's many lives, but also a dog's eye commentary on human relationships and the unbreakable bonds between man and man's best friend. This moving and beautifully crafted story teaches us that love never dies, that our true friends are always with us, and that every creature on earth is born with a purpose. And how beautiful is that message? By the lovely Bloomsbury, I also ended up getting The Bone Season. Look at this. Now includes a prequel, The Pale Dreamer. Hell yeah. The past 200 years, The government has led an oppressive campaign against unnaturalness in London. Clairvoyance in all its forms has been decreed a criminal offence, and those who practice it visually punished. Forced underground, a clairvoyant underworld has developed, combating persecution and evading capture. Paige, a powerful dreamwalker operating in the Seven Dials district of London, leads a double life, using her unnaturalness legally while hiding her gift from her father, who works for this government. Oh damn, hands down, this is gonna be a great book. I went to Target and I got Valentine because everyone's been talking about it. It was the book that everyone's reading around Valentine's Day, even though I don't know. But yeah, so it's the first in the smart page turning YA series with a paranormal twist. Strange and terrible things begin to happen to 4 teenagers, all born on the same Valentine's Day. One of these teenagers is a Valentine, a fairy, challenging swapped for a human child at its birth, and they have come to kill the Valentine, except they don't know who it is. I went to Nicole Hayes' book launch, and I'll leave the launch down below. The video of the launch down below. And it was for A Shadow's Breath, beautiful book. It's basically told from a then and now. Now these 2 teenagers are in this car crash, and then you go back into the past and find out everything that led up to the events to get in the car crash. I got so invested in these characters' lives and just everything that happened. Lastly, I got The Silent Invasion. I'd love to thank the lovely Pam McMillan for this book. This is by James Bradley, and it's the Change Trilogy, book 1, and this is the book I'm currently reading at the moment as we speak, as I film this video. It's 2027 and the human race is dying. Dying people were over, as we always are. Plants, animals, and humans have been affected by spores from space and become part of a vast alien intelligence. When 16-year-old Callie discovers her little sister Gracie has been infected, she flees with Gracie to the zone to avoid termination by the ruthless officers at quarantine. When Callie finds in the zone, will alter her and send her on a journey to the stars and beyond. Off she goes. Tell me what you hauled these last couple months down below. Any good books that are out there that I should be reading when I get the time to read, because oh my god, I have been so I'm finishing up with uni. I'm finishing up with Bookburbia. I'm very excited to bring Bookburbia to you people, and I'm doing the Dance Demons trailers, so I'm I hardly get the time to read now, but when uni's over and I get months before my trip to read. Thank you so much for watching. See you.